Hey, what's up everybody? Tony RVitia, RVitia RV Rentals. Got a historic day in Las Vegas. It's actually raining, so hold on your hats there. I wanted to show you today what you should do when your RV breaks down, or if little things fix when you're doing rentals. So, you know, when you're doing rentals, I mean, you're gonna have to go into it with the knowledge that, you know, your RV is gonna, you know, get damaged. People are gonna do stuff to it. The thing's gonna get broke because, you know, it takes a long time to figure out how to use them when it's yours and you're using them. But when you have other people using it that have no idea what they're doing, and even when it's yours and you are using it, there's a lot of stuff to learn. The tanks, you know, the buttons, how to drive it, whatnot. So people always pulling the drawers, doing everything they can, leaving the air conditioner on even when it's broken, things of that nature. One of the things we ran into, so our air conditioner kept broke, so we just bought a brand new one there, and we're gonna put it on the top. What we tried to do is we tried to fix it a bunch of times. Why is this thing so shaky? We tried to fix it a bunch of times before having to buy a brand new one. But like, if you want to go, even if it's our rental, right? But some stuff like that should be warranted by the manufacturer. Especially, we have a 2-year Jayco warranty, and it should be manufactured because that's something that should last at least 2 years. And we tried to get an appointment at our dealership, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll get you in about 2 months from now. Oh, that's great. And so by the time, you know, 2 months rolls around, I'm gonna have another 6 rentals. So I'm gonna have a lot of unhappy customers. It's already been broken for like the last couple rentals. So we've tried everything to fix it. We tried to put new stuff in it, Freon or whatever that's called. We tried to add a new I don't know. We put in a new flex capacitor. As far as I know, I'm the least handy Mexican in the entire world, so I have no idea. I just do what he tells me. But we've tried to fix it in numerous different ways. I've had 3 different handymen over here trying to fix it. I've spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I probably have already spent like, you know, 200, at least like $400, $500 trying to fix it. Well, shit, excuse my language. You could have just bought a brand new one in the box for $800. And then he's just gonna take it off the top, reinstall it, and for $800, it's a done deal. And then if you do have a mechanic or handyman, what we found out is sometimes you're able to take that to your RV dealership, and sometimes they will reimburse you for that cost, especially if it was something that's supposed to be covered by the warranty. Now, I actually learned that trick from my extended warranty company. I use this company called Wholesale Warranties. They seem to be a lot better than Good Sam and some of those other ones. They had a lot better benefits, a lot better customer service. So that's the one I decided to go with, Wholesale Warranties. And they seem to do a better job. They cover like mobile mechanics, because I was like, well, what happens if it breaks and it takes, you know, 2 months to get into our dealership? And they're like, oh, well, we cover, just have a mobile mechanic come, and then we cover the cost of that. We pay them directly. I was like, oh, sweet. But for right now, I still have my manufacturer warranty. So anything that happens now, we have to either fix it, have a mechanic fix it, and then take that cost down to our dealership, and hopefully they'll reimburse it. I don't know, we haven't actually got that part done yet, but I just wanted to come on here and shoot a quick video and say, a lot of times when something breaks on your RV, instead of trying to get it warranted and get into your dealership and whatever, obviously if your renter breaks it, then just charge the renter for it and take that money out of the deposit. But if it's something from regular wear and tear, or something that continues to break on you, 9 times out of 10, each individual part on here is not that expensive. You're almost better off. Like even our last lady who drove it through, she was kind of upset because the generator wasn't working, and then so she was a little upset. So she drove the RV through a drive-through, and even her doing that, like a lot of the stuff on the top got broke, like the skylight and the bathroom vent and all that stuff. Each of those individual pieces wasn't that much. I mean, it did cost $700-800 in parts, maybe $1,000. I haven't done totaling it all up yet, but it's almost easier just to get new stuff instead of trying to fix everything. Because I almost spent $400 or $500 already trying to fix it, when you could just buy a brand new one for $800. And then he says it's a pretty easy install. You just take off 4 bolts and bam, bam, bring a new one. Because when we were at the dealership, they said, oh, well, we don't try to fix it. We just get a new one. And in my mind at first, I thought it would cost like $3,000 or $5,000 for a new air conditioner. I guess I was thinking like a home system. And then we looked it up, and it's $800 for a brand new one. So, and then he's just gonna take it off, slap on the new one. He's gonna, maybe we'll come out here and film him, because I'm pretty interested to see how he's gonna get that thing on top of the RV by himself with no frame. Guess we gonna turn into MacGyver, Todd? Get that bad boy up there.
What's up, buddy?
He's gonna turn into MacGyver. And the video, you gotta take that thing on there somehow.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we're gonna come back and video that, huh? How about that? So that's what we do when we take care of people's RVs. we make sure that they're almost brand new, because people expect a brand new experience. They're gonna think you're like the Marriott, even if you're like, I'm on the outdoorsy community, and sorry for all the shaking, that thing's all wobbly. I'm in the outdoorsy Facebook group, and every single day there's 3 or 4 people where the renters were upset at them. One renter like left the people's thing in the middle of a raging flood, and some people left it. A lot of times they drain the batteries down, so then you need new batteries, and they expect you to come out in the middle of the night and replace the batteries. One guy expected us to come out, even though the roadside assistance had already called him and said they were coming out, because roadside assistance had taken 3 hours. It was the middle of the night. He called them at like 1 in the morning or 12 at night, and 3 in the morning he's calling us, wanting us to do something about it because the guy's not there. And the guy ended up getting there at like 5 in the morning, but they were in the middle of Zion and Bryce Canyon. So sometimes it just takes a while for them to get there. And so people are going to expect you to have 24-hour service. People are going to expect you to give them refunds if something goes wrong. People are going to expect a lot from you. So you need to know how to tell them no. And you do not give refunds. You do not do any of that. You put that in the contract ahead of time, or else you're going to get killed on these things, because everything costs so much money to fix. And say this costs $1,000 to fix. Well, shoot, by the time you pay the commissions to RVitia and Outdoorsy and all that, you're not going to make any money on the whole rental. And so you got to be careful. Do not give refunds. Make it in the contract. I even make it a joke. I have him say it. Look, something is most likely going to break on this because it's an RV, and that's what they do. And we do not refund any money if things go wrong. So, and you tell them that up front so they know ahead of time going in. And then I'm going to do another video on what to give them if stuff goes wrong, to kind of smooth it over. You can get some, gear with your logo on it, stuff like that. You can, I got this thing called Advertising Boost, and you can give people free vacations and $100 gift certificates, but we'll go in that into another video. But that's why my company started. We rent out people's timeshares for them, and we have a really robust business. We're able to produce, $2.5 million in rentals on people's timeshares on Airbnb and HomeAway and things of that nature. And now we're bringing that same thing to the RV world. So many people buy these RVs and they're just sitting in their yard, and they're losing them, less than 21 days a year. So we even offer a 100% cover your cost guarantee, where we guarantee to make you enough money to cover your loan payment, your insurance, and your storage. And if not, we will cut you a check for the difference. Now there's a couple parameters, like you can't use it more than 21 days a year, and you have to let us use it for like Burning Man and EDC and some of the special events. But other than that, that's the only stipulation. So you'd have it 3 weeks to use for yourself. You'd have your own RV producing at minimum enough to pay for itself, and then most likely almost 50% or double what your costs are. And then I just signed a deal with this company called Timeless Protect. And if you buy the policy that we have through them, we will give you 100% of the money you pay for your RV back in 10 years. In 10 years, if you pay $60,000 for your RV, through this program, it's kind of like, it's hard to explain. It's like an insurance kind of, I'll just describe it like an insurance. So you buy the insurance up front. It's pretty expensive, but they can finance that part for you. So for like mine, for a couple $100, but in 10 years, they're gonna write me a check guaranteed for $75,000. Yeah, how cool is that? And they do it for people's boats. They do it for, mega yachts. They do it for timeshares. They do it for vacation clubs. They do it for all different kinds of things. And I signed a deal with this company. So if you partner with us, we make sure your RV is completely covered. You get all the money back you ever paid for it. Plus, you're going to get the tax deductions every year. You're going to get $10,000 to $30,000 a year in tax deductions off of it. Plus, by setting up a business and renting it out, you're going to get another, you know, 5 and 10 grand in tax deductions or more. There's just huge benefits. Plus, all the money that you'll be producing monthly, yada yada yada. Plus, whenever you want to go use it, we just bring it to your house. Everything's set up for you, ready to go. Everything's clean. And then when you're done with it, you bring it back. We empty it. We do all the tanks. We clean it. We do everything for you. So that's part of our services. But that's if you happen to live here in Las Vegas for now. And then depending upon when you're watching this video, hopefully we're going to branch out into different cities here soon. But that's what we got going for now. I just want to do a quick video. If things break on your RV, check the replacement cost, because 9 times out of 10, it's cheaper, easier, faster, better. Yeah, like we've had so many problems with the last 3 renters, where if we would have just bought this up front, it would have solved a lot of problems.
Add to the issue why it happened?
Yeah.
Just now?
Well, what?
Not only, remember, I found the compressor mounts loose with no Loctite on the bolts. The actual mounting for the entire unit is a sandwich between the lower unit and the upper unit. 2 of the bolts, no Loctite, were actually loose as well. So not only was the compressor doing this, the whole unit was moving, which caused that line to break.
So one of the things we've learned too is these RVs are not very well made. No, none of them that we ran into, Winnebago, Jayco, especially this Jayco, they don't even put, what do you call that stuff, Todd? Loctite in the screws. So when it vibrates, it's bouncing all around. And these things, they break super easy because they're only designed to use like a week or 2 a year. So they make them pretty cheap, pretty fast. So a lot of stuff's gonna break if you start renting these things out. And it's usually not a fault of your renters, it's a fault of how these things are made. So my advice, look for the replacement cost before you try to spend a bunch of money fixing it, because most of the time it's easier, it's better, it's cheaper just to replace it, all right? Thanks for watching, you guys. Remember to subscribe down below, hit the bell, and that'll notify you when we have some new videos coming out. Put in the comments any videos you want me to go over, or any subjects or topics or questions you may have, and I probably won't know how to answer them if it's mechanical, but I'll get you the answer from Todd, all right? As I'm the least handy Mexican in the entire world. So, all right, we love you guys. God